Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna be looking at Star Wars The Black Series Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Of course, this is a live action version of the Grand Inquisitor who we first saw in the Rebels cartoon series, and this is another one of those Black Series figures that I had to wait for a long time to get in my collection, but it's finally here, and so let's dive in. First, the box is a standard Black Series box with that art on the back and a short bio, and we get that same artwork on the side and then a plastic window here. But now let's take a closer look at the figure. Here we can see his face sculpt. There are these sculpted lines, and these lines go across his whole head, even here in the back, and he has those ear pieces on both sides and his tattoos, markings on the forehead, and then those darker tones around and underneath his eyes. The lips are darker, and the face is actually not as bright as the camera shows it because of these lights here. It looks much better in person. We have those Sith eyes, and the whole sculpt of the head looks really nice. And then the rest of his outfit, we can see his neck and then that collar piece of the suit. A lot of these sculpted lines and painted details on the chest. Huge shoulder pieces that are separate parts, and they are connected to that ring on the inside of the butterfly joint. This whole thing is the softer plastic, and it's an overlay. We have his undersuit with sculpted lines, and then a soft goods cape that is black on the outside but kind of brownish or darker red on the inside, and that's good. I love when they give us soft goods materials for capes. Gives us more posing options for sure. Here in the back we can see this panel with two peg holes, and this is for when you want to connect his lightsaber hilt on the back. The rest of the sculpt here looks good. You can see his armor and then the belt that is nicely sculpted and has some painted details, and then his pants with a lot of these wrinkles and these armor plates on the sides of his legs. The boots that have some nice texture sculpted on it so that it looks like leather, and that's a great attention to detail. I love when Hasbro does something like this. So all in all, a great sculpt, a great representation of the live action character in a figure form, and I'm really satisfied with the final result. Let's now look at his accessories, and he comes with only one accessory, and that of course is his double-bladed Inquisitor type lightsaber, and it has this hilt with a ring shape around it that is kind of a standard for Inquisitors. The hilt on the other hand has these two pegs that connect to Inquisitor's back, and we have some gray and some black details on the hilt. Nice sculpting, a lot of these sculpted lines and details. Two red blades that can be detached, and then you are left with this Inquisitor hilt. And it's easy to connect the hilt to his back. All you have to do is align these two pegs to the peg holes, squeeze it in, and there we go. Here is now our Grand Inquisitor with his Inquisitor lightsaber pegged on his back. Let's now take a look at his articulation. The head is on a ball joint, and there is another one at the bottom of the neck. So those two articulation points give you a nice range of movement for the head, and our Inquisitor can look down this much, up this much, he can tilt side to side, and the head can rotate 360 alongside the neck, obviously. As I said, shoulder armor is a separate piece that doesn't hinder the articulation. We have a butterfly joint, and the arms move out this much. They rotate 360. There is an elbow rotation, and the elbow gives us more than 90 degrees. We have a wrist swivel and in and out hinge, and same goes for his other hand. There is a cut up here in the torso underneath this plate, and that gives you nice side to side and rotation. He can crunch forward a little bit and back as well. These side plates are of a softer plastic, and they are connected at the bottom to his legs, so here at the top they go out of the way so you can spread his legs this much. We have a thigh swivel. The legs move forward this much, back this much. There is a rotation in the knee, and the knee bends this this much, ankles move forward this much, back this much, and we have an ankle pivot. And then peg holes at the bottom of his feet. I already mentioned the soft goods cape. It's a nice material, and the cape is connected here at his shoulders underneath the armor, and there is a gap here that has to be there because of the plate for lightsaber hilt, of course. Let's now compare our Grand Inquisitor with some other figures. Here he is with some other Inquisitors from Kenobi's show, the Black Series 4th sister and the Black Series 5th brother Inquisitor. And you can see that Grand Inquisitor is taller than these two. Here he is with the Black Series Reva and the Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi Wandering Jedi. And finally, here he is with Bandai model kit Darth Vader with custom soft goods and the Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper. So all in all, this is a great looking Grand Inquisitor figure. Hasbro is recently really killing it with their releases, and this one is not exception. He doesn't come with much in terms of accessories, but that is kind of the standard that we got used to at this point with this line of action figures. But the sculpt is great, the likeness to the character from the live action show is on point. The sculpting of the whole body looks good, the proportions look good. I love the inclusion of soft goods cape, and his Inquisitor lightsaber is something that we used to getting with all of other Inquisitor figures in this line. So all in all, I love what Hasbro did with this figure, and I'm satisfied with having this guy for my Inquisitor collection. That is becoming complete. All I'm missing at this point is the second sister from Fallen Order game, but I hope that I'll be able to get that Amazon 3-pack once when it goes up for pre-order, and that's it. Now I would really like to hear you guys. What do you think about this figure? I'm sure that a lot of you have it in your possession by now. What do you think about the likeness? What do you think about the articulation? Let me know down in the comments. And of course, stay tuned for a posing video for this guy. That will be in the next episode. Maybe that video will give you some more posing ideas for your display. And that's all I wanted to say for this video. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.